For Blacktown City, Devontae Clute, Manny Gonzalez, Rhett De Silva and Dylan Nishke. Of course, Blacktown City is coached by Mark Crittenden. Ladies and gentlemen, what a game we have before us tonight. Two sides in fabulous form. Of course, Marconi Stallions themselves in recent weeks have gone on to claim the Waratah Cup final. And midweek, they defeated South Hobart 3-0 in the round of 32 of the FFA Cup. So have now advanced to the round of 16 and bring into this game a 4-game unbeaten run in the league. Whilst for Blacktown City, they've had just the one loss in their past 11 games. They are flying along in third spot, still harbouring ambitions of making that top 2 position one of their own by the end of next week. And they come fresh into this one, defeating Premiers-elect Wollongong Wolves last week at Lily Holmes Stadium by 2-0. As we just wait for kick-off, Marconi, as it appears, will be running from left to right in their normal strip of green, white and red socks, whilst Blacktown City today come into this one with the alternate strip of the white jerseys, black shorts, white socks. Marconi left to right, they'll be running on your screen, whilst Blacktown City will be running from right to left. Of course, they have met once already this season, back in round 10. It was a victory to Blacktown City by 1-0 over Marconi. And Manny Gonzalez, who is on the bench tonight, was the scorer of that one. So not much separated them back in round 10. We're not expecting much to separate them again tonight. Two sides, as we touched on, in fabulous form. Today's referee is Nick Waldron. He's from New Zealand. Lance Greenshields and Nathan Watton are your assistant referees. As we just wait for kickoff here. And we have that now with Marconi with a kickoff. And Zach Cancross is the first person of the afternoon, the evening, to get the ball forward. Matt Lewis just happy to let it run across to his goalkeeper in Prendergast. First touch of the evening, Spirakis. Huge contest, this one tonight. Adam Berry just lays it off for Spirakis. Campbell. That was Jennings. Lewis, heavy first touch. It will be a Marconi throw, the first one of the evening as we approach the first minute mark here at Bosley Park. For those of you just joining us, it's a big game, this one. Marconi coming into this match in 5th spot and can seal a finals place for 2019 with a win tonight. Blacktown in 3rd spot. Can close that gap. Potentially go past Apia with a victory. Fernandez on ball now for Marconi. Just dancing around centre field. Speranza, that's Giorgio. Ball over the top. Looking for Malia. Some good defensive work there by Yannis Spirakis. Ultimately, we'll see Blacktown City with a goal kick. Lynch. Spirakis looks to go long for Versi. Just can't keep that one in. Wilcox calling the action for you tonight out here at Bosley Park. Don't forget to share the stream, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube through the Football New South Wales channels. Glad to have you part of the commentary this evening. What should be a fantastic game. Spirakis. Campbell down the line, looking for Jennings. Intercepted by Speranza there. Jennings wins it. Back for Blacktown City. Campbell. Ball's hand to Mitchell Marley in the centre of the field. Looks to have a shot. Blocked there by Sparakis. The second offering coming in but cleared away to safety by City. Again, it comes down the same corridor for the captain, Matt Lewis, to deal with. Sparakis. Both sides just feeling each other out in this opening 4 minutes. No action to speak of just yet. Berry. Nice switch of play. Looking for a skew. Gibbs. Tracked across by Cancross. Strong in the tackle there, Zach Cancross finding Evans. The two former Blacktown City players combining and win the goal kick. Will be taken by Vekic in a few moments' time. Of course, other games being played tonight. We'll keep you abreast of the scores around the grounds as they filter through. What a season it's been. Hard to believe we're already in round 21. Just the final round to come next week before the final series culminating in that grand final at Bankwest Stadium, the 31st of August. Referee Waldron there just sees an infringement, so Marconi with a good set-piece opportunity here. It will be their skipper, Jesic. As the referee gets the two-man wall for Blacktown City back there 10 yards. Some jostling in the centre of the box there. Speranza. And it was Jennings. The delivery in, looking for the header. Fernandez couldn't get enough on it. Straight into the hands of Prendergast. He looks to release quickly. Versi. With Speranza. Wins the battle there, Mason Versi. And can run it, Connor Evans. Still going, Mason Versi. Just overrunning it at the moment. Evans just holding him up enough to get the troops back and help out defensively. James Andrew, the Jet. Evans long ball down the line. Just Andrew out of position there with that defensive work helping out. Eventuated to not a great deal, but Sparakis with a long ball forward. Jennings looks to leave it for Versi. Berry. Marley over the top. It's a foot race now between Lewis and Andrew. Lewis gets there first. Only as far as Malia. Mitchell Malia, far post ball now looking for Jesic. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Good vision there from the number 11 for Marconi. Of course, with plenty of ex-Blacktown players in this Marconi lineup. They are well known to Coach Crittenden. So many dangerous outlets, though, for Marconi. I've seen them in some brilliant form over the past month. Plenty of football. They seem to be thriving on the workload at the moment. I was reliably informed it was cooled down in Hobart, though, during the week. As Campbell tracks across. Askew on the ball. Push down. Play on, says the referee. Lynch looks up and sends it wide to Lewis. Can go short to Rio. Gibbs. Millgate. Finds its way back to Daniel Rio, of course, coming into the lineup today for the suspended player in Daniel Collins. So like for like for the gaffer. Just over 8 minutes played here at Bosley Park. Still Marconi Stallions nil, Blacktown City nil. No opportunities for either side at the moment in this one. Still a cagey affair. Both sides feeling each other out. A big game. As Gibbs looks to try his luck from outside the box. Good turn there by Joey Gibbs. But in the end, not enough to trouble Nenad Vekic in goals for Marconi. Speaking of runs, has been a fabulous run for Blacktown City in this back part of the season. Just the one loss. And you'd have to go all the way back to the 15th of June when they lost 2-1 to Sutherland Sharks at Seymour Shore. Just their one loss in their last 11. A big confidence booster last week, defeating Wollongong 2-0 at home. Overturning that earlier loss in round 9 this year when they went down 4-0 to Wollongong Wolves. So good things happening at Blacktown City at the moment. No advantage played by the referee. Free kick just inside the Marconi half. It's been another fabulous season for the Blacktown club. Club champions again in 2019. Nice ball in behind, looking for Lewis. Can get there first. Ball still in play. Gibbs looks to square it up. And Jennings can't hit the target from 10 yards out. Just like that. Nice ball in behind. Lewis did well. Gibbs across, teed it up for Jennings. Almost the first goal of the evening for Blacktown City. Campbell is playing the 1-2 there with Spirakis. Looking for Versi on the far side. Near side to us, that is. Can't keep it in. Blacktown, where possible, just looking to open it up from behind. Villa, the switch for Jesic. As Giorgio Speranza in vicinity. Again with the switch this time for Roberto Speranza. Andrew, the 1-2. Big hello to Ken and Jordan who are listening in tonight. Thanks for sending in the messages of your support. Good to have you on board once again. Andrew. Malia can run an air at Spirakis. The second ball falls to Andrew, but again, Speranza does well. Sorry. Spirakis that was. Jennings lays it for Berry. Versi can cut inside. Ostensibly a left footer. Mason Versi. The switch this time looking for Askew. Has Campbell to his right. That's where he goes. Lynch. Marconi now. Perhaps they can turn defence into attack through Andrew. Lynch doing well. Versi. Gibbs. Looking for the ball over top was Jennings. Cleaned up by Roberto Speranza in the end. Temperature has dropped appreciably out here in the southwestern part of Sydney in the last hour or two. Of course, those not living in Sydney, it was a beautiful day in Sydney today. Perfect weather for this time of the year. Certainly hoping for some on-field action tonight to warm us up. Marconi coming to this, the second leading goal-scoring side in the competition on 40 goals for the season, only trailing behind Wollongong Wolves on 49. Blacktown City, the second best side defensively as well, so they've scored 30 of their own, so they are the fourth best side when it comes to scoring goals this year too, so plenty at stake though. That's what you can see in this opening 15 minutes. It's a big game for both sides. This referee just looks to have a word there with Joey Gibbs. Wasn't any advantage, so Blacktown get an opportunity now through this set piece. The free kick about 35 out from the Marconi Stallions goal. As Vekic defensively looks to organise his defence. Delivery in. Looking for the head there of Lynch. Infringement. Blacktown City offside there. Of course, Grant Lynch was in last week's Team of the Week, has scored 3 goals himself in 2019. Always dangerous at set pieces. He did score last week against Wollongong Wolves to open the scoring. Looking to do similar again tonight for his side. Berry looks to slide it in behind for Lewis. Andrew plays it to Vella. Looks up. Tries to send it. Far ball to Jesic. Turned over. Lewis all the way back to Prendergast. Sparakis again with the long ball forward for Askew. Dealt with by Giorgio Speranza. Rio there. Plays it short to Berry. Clearance away by Millgate. Only as far as Lynch. Comes off Lewis in the end for a Marconi throw. Well, the side at the moment not gaining any real ascendancy in this one. So you just look at the scores around the grounds at the moment. At Popondetta Park, 16 minutes gone. It's Mount Druitt 0, Hakoah Sydney City East 0. And 20 minutes gone at Lambert Park at Southern Sharks 1, leading Sydney FC 0. So all games kicking off at the same time tonight. And we'll filter those through for you as they come to hand. First, he just twisting and turning, jinking, trying to find some sort of room to move. Villa has to send him back. It's Lewis now. Prendergast. Sparakis. Quite a condensed middle third at the moment, so A long ball forward once again. Looking for Askew. On his bike quickly is Giorgio Speranza. Watches it go out. Into the 19th minute here at Bosley Park. Still 0-0 between Marconi and Blacktown City. No opportunities at this point in time. Will be a crucial first goal tonight, if there is one to be scored. Of course, Marconi with a win, with a superior goal difference of the chasing pack. Will all but seal the finals berth with all 3 points. Blacktown City on 37 points at the moment, 2 behind Apia. Can leapfrog Apia into that second spot and put pressure on the Leichhardt boys tomorrow, who travel across to Cromer Park, take on Manly United. So whilst first place is all but settled, still jostling of positions between 2 to 5. Andrew leaves it for Roberto Speranza. Yeah, with some pressure there, just making Speranza send it back to Millgate. His long ball forward looking for James Andrew. A little too much speed on it, that one from Nathan Millgate. Prendergast quick off his line, as we've come to expect over the years. We touch on the great keepers in the NPL New South Wales men's competition. We have 2 of the very best tonight before us in Nenad Vekic and Tristan Prendergast. Arroyo strong in the centre of the park to hold off Vella. Nice turn there, Daniel Arroyo finding Gibbs. Goes infield for Jennings now. Overlapping through the centre there was Berry. Couldn't find the target, but Jennings does well to come back and win back possession for Blacktown City. Spirakis has to get rid of it. There's some pressure there from Fernandez. Campbell takes down Fernandez. Nothing sinister in that one. Clumsy if nothing else from the right back. Certainly been a revelation since coming into the lineup, Lachlan Campbell for Blacktown City this season. Ball in, looking for the header from Roberto Speranza. Prendergast gets there first. Punches it down and just does enough for Lewis to clear to safety. It's a good delivery in there by Martin Fernandez. Another player given opportunities through the season by coach Peter Tsakenis. Managed to get a brace a fortnight ago. Shot there from distance by Giorgio Speranza. Of course, we saw his shot midweek from about 40 out. Would have been one of the goals of the season in the FFA Cup. Thumped against the post. Speaking with Nenad Vekic pre-game, and he was saying that it's not often he celebrates goals, but Giorgio has been trying those sort of goals over the last few years and has been unlucky. As Andrew's taken down there, the follow-through tackle by Lynch. He may well find himself in the book. Andrew has stayed down after that challenge. As referee Wald gives Lynch the first yellow of the evening. course, there have been a bit of a virus sweep through the Marconi camp over the last day or two. Travelling down to Hobart for that game at Bluntstone against South Hobart midweek. Very cold conditions down there. Some of them have picked up a bit of a bug. James Andrew makes his way back into position. Connor Evans now over the ball. Ball in. Far post looking for the head of Millgate. Comes out and missing it is Prendergast, but looks to have been a foul on him by Cancross there. Plenty of aerial prowess up top from the set pieces for Marconi. Through Cancross and Millgate. Almost all the time the free pieces are directed towards Millgate, such as his strength in the air. Speaking of which, heads it down there for Evans. Ball gets past the Rio. One back in the centre of the park there by Berry. Jennings. Askew has to stand on it. Campbell. "25 minutes gone here at Marconi Stadium. Marconi Stallions 0, Blacktown City 0. Gotza's calling this one for you tonight across the Football New South Wales channels. NPL New South Wales Facebook page as well as the Football New South Wales YouTube channels. Thank you for joining the call. Leave some comments, share the stream. We'll have a look at them at halftime and try and throw some shout-outs. Plenty of action tonight across our football channels. 3 games in play. Malia. Jennings almost nicks it off him. Roberto Speranza down the line looking for James Andrew. Just rolls safely through to Prendergast. Of course, we've just seen a little bit of a switch from Marconi over the last few games with Cancross coming back in, playing that centre of defence. Millgate playing alongside with him has done the shift with Roberto Speranza, so he's playing it right back, which we saw on Wednesday down in Hobart. Lewis gets it down on the deck. Jennings, the dragon turn. Leroy Jennings now for Blacktown City. Looks to get it in behind. Nice ball there for Askew. Squares it up for Joey Gibbs coming in. Dakota Askew cleared to safety by Marconi. Still with Berry now. Askew looks to swing it in again. The block there by Speranza. And Blacktown City with a corner. Almost so near there. A delightful ball there by Jennings in behind, finding Askew. And just Blacktown City not able to find it. The ball in the back of the net. They'll get another opportunity now through the set piece. It'll be Versi who swings it in for Blacktown City. Goes short. Finds Askew. Looks to chip Vekic. An audacious attempt there from Dakota Askew. Would have needed to have hit top bins, and even then I'd say Vekic had it covered. Worth a try. Brilla chests it down for his central holding midfield partner in Connor Evans. Lynch, Rio, Sparakis. Rio, the 1-2 with Askew. Jennings. Versi. Looks to cut inside onto his favourable left. Dispossessed in a great tackle by Fernandez. Cancross looks to go long. He's just seen a switch from Crittenden. Askew's made his way across to the left. Mason Versi across to the right now in that midfield roles, as we see players switch throughout the games. But it's Malia now, holding off Jennings. Much to the chagrin of the Marconi faithful, given the opposite there by the referee. Blacktown take it quickly. Versi loses possession. Jesic. Milgate, heavy second touch there, gets away with it. Can't get the ball to Vella. Strong challenge there by Brandon Vella in the centre of the park on Adam Berry. Sees him walking gingerly after that tackle. Had to be made to win back possession for Marconi. Milgate now. Again, an audacious ball forward. Cut out nicely by Lewis. Berry. Lynch, tight corridors there, can't keep it in for Lewis. As you see, the ball person scurry for another 50-metre sprint down the sideline. Speranza Vella stands on it. Good show of strength, just does enough there. Just as Askew looked like to pinch it off him. Cancross. Speranza. Needs some support, isolated there by Versi. Wins the throw. Malia. Still going, Mitchell Malia. This time wins the free kick, taken down by Arroyo. And we've seen another yellow card, so I'm not sure if that was for the tackle or the descent. May have been Sparakis who picked that one up. We'll look to confirm at half-time. Jesic steps up. Over the wall, looks stop, pins off the post! Well, Prendergast scrambled, was beaten, but the saviour this time for Blacktown City was a post. Fabulous free kick there by Jesic. Marconi once again launch it forward through Evans. Fernandez has Campbell all over him. Free kick given for that challenge. Well, what a fabulous free kick it was by Jesic there over the wall, looking for that top corner. Unfortunately for Marconi, crashed against the post. Marco Jesic already with 10 goals this season, looking to add to that collection tonight. Cancross. Sees the throw. Taken quickly by Campbell. Jesic fighting hard and wins the throw on the far side for Marconi. Progress scores from around the grounds at Popondetta Park. 32 gone, Mount Druitt Town Rangers 2 leading Hakawa Sydney City East nil. And 36 gone at Lambert Park. It's still Sutherland Sharks 1 leading Sydney FC nil. So a couple of quick goals there to Mount Druitt, as they too hope to extend their season past the 22 games. We'll need Marconi to lose tonight though. So hopeful of results. Fernandez now. Free kick on Rio in the centre of the park. As Prendergast waits for it to stop bobbling. This Marconi pitch is in good condition. There aren't too many grass pitches in the NPL Men's 1 competition these days, but it's held up remarkably well through this winter season in 2019. So kudos to the curating staff here at Bosley Park. Berry looks to get things started. Plenty of communication on the field from the Marconi players at the moment. You can hear it from our vantage point. Lewis down the line. Askew can't keep it in. Marconi with the throw. Millgate. Headed for by Lewis. Speranza. Fernandez. Jesic. No advantage played there. Referee says play on though. This time it's Martin Fernandez who goes down. Clutching at his leg. He's in a world of pain at the moment. Martin Fernandez. As such, referee has to stop play. As the medical staff make their way onto the field. Well, as soon as you went down, Martin Fernandez, you could hear the cries. As the trainer just looks at the lower leg there of the Marconi midfielder. As he gets up, look to run it off over the next couple of minutes. Just looking for movement at the moment from the Marconi bench. Keep an eye on things. We'll certainly let you know whether Martin Fernandez will be okay to continue on in this contest. Would be a shame for him. He's to be replaced. Those of you just joining us, just waiting for Martin Fernandez to make his way off. Get some further medical attention. Rio. Jennings can't control it. Versey gets in behind, looking for Gibbs. Millgate cleared there, almost the deflection into the goals of Nenad Vekic. Fernandez has made his way up the tunnel, so you would suspect that that's the end of his night. Succumbing to that injury in the tackle, what looked like a lower leg injury. Let's just hope it's not a serious one for him. As you see the substitution for Marconi, and it'll be Sean O'Connell coming on. So Sean O'Connell holding midfielder, so you would expect that that'll push Brandon Villa forward. Malia, the block. Pulls nicely though for Prendergast. As we approach the 40-minute mark here at Marconi Stadium, still 0-0 in this contest. Just the one real opportunity for Blacktown in the first half. Wasn't to be for the boys from Seven Hills. Gibbs under pressure. Double team there by Millgate. Referee cites the first infringement there on Gibbs. Good to have the New Zealander Nick Waldron across. Commentating on this one tonight. Will Gotts for you. Lewis. Askew gets it forward. Gibbs taken down by Millgate. You can hear the referee just saying to Joey Gibbs, leave it. Of course, that's the second time they've tangled in the last minute or so. Some good advice there by the referee. Lynch with the ball forward. Askew just can't direct it in the path there of Gibbs. So Vekic sends it forward. Vella, beautiful first touch for Malia. Sparakis quickly there though for Blacktown City. And it's Versey now. Cuts in field. Looking to switch the play and finds it through Dakota Askew. Roberto Speranza in front of him. Askew now. Squares it up. Cleared comfortably by Millgate. As we once again wait for the ball boy. May well be some time added on in this first half. Askew with a switch. Campbell. Cancroft just gets it out of the area. Straight to Sparakis. Berry. Some triangle football at the moment from Blacktown City. Jennings now. Some nice skill there from the number 22. Squares it up for Gibbs. Looks to pull it down into the path of it was Versey. Couldn't do so. Jennings just dropping back a little. Help out. Handball's the cry. The free kick was flagged there by A-League assistant referee on the far side tonight, Lance Greenshields. Good to have him on board for this one. The ball is swung in, looking for Jennings. Cleared away by Evans. Rio plays it safely back to Prendergast. Ball forward. Climbing all over Spirakis. There was Millgate. Clumsy challenge. Ducks and Drakes at the moment. Outside giving an inch in this contest. Can we see Lynch make his way up? May well be the target for Berry. Chips it forward, looking for Lynch. Gets the head on it, but not enough. As Vekic watches it go wide for Marconi. Into time added on here in this first half. Haven't seen the board, so I can't tell you how many minutes there are. Vella, the ball over the top for Andrew. Fighting there with Campbell. And Lachlan Campbell shepherds it out. As this one winds down in the first half. Marconi Stallions 0, Blacktown City 0. Saturday night football, the penultimate round in the NPL New South Wales Men's 1 competition. Round 21. Just the 1 week to go after this. Of course, all games played next Sunday, 3 p.m. As they do in the Premier League in Europe. Millgate forward, looking for Andrew. He gets there first, but can't control it. Falls nicely for Spirakis. Prendergast sends it forward, looking for Gibbs. Fringes there on Speranza. Giorgio, that is. Will this be the last opportunity of the half for either side from this set piece? Connor Evans stands over the ball. Can send it forward. Roberto Speranza can cross. Millgate all there. Ball forward looking for Millgate. Gets the header in. Spirakis heads it away. Get to safety but not out of danger. Once again, Blacktown City now can send it forward looking for Jennings. Evans gets there first for Marconi. Rio in behind for Askew. As O'Connell shows him the sideline. And in the end, too much of it. As Roberto Speranza this time will be the ball boy and retrieve the ball for his throw-in. Approaching half-time from the other two games. Still Mount Town Rangers 2 leading Hikawa Sydney City East 0. And at Lambert Park, Southern Sharks 2 now lead Sydney FC 0. So a couple of goals in both games. But here at Bosley Park, either side still to find an opening in this one. Lynch First time volley there by Millgate. And as far as Rugo. Again. Millgate comes through. Jennings saying, but he took me out. And the referee saw differently there, Leroy. Vekic. Long ball forward. Flick on there by Jesic. Sees the ball go out once again for a Blacktown City goal kick. And that's half time here at Marconi Stadium. A game devoid of opportunities in this first half. Just the one real opportunity for Blacktown City. Ball ultimately got scrambled away. And of course the Marco Jesic free kick that thundered against the post for the home side. Not a great deal of action in that front third. But a game that's poised for either side to take all 3 points. We'll have a short break and come back for the duration of the second half here at Marconi Stadium. Half time, it's Marconi 0, Blacktown City 0. for the second half. Those of you just joining us, currently a stalemate, Marconi 0, Blacktown City 0. A couple of opportunities for both sides in that first half. Just the one change in that first half from the way both sides started out. Martin Fernandez going off through an injury to his left leg. Sean O'Connell coming on in his place. Progress scores from around the grounds, and it's Southern Sharks 3 leading Sydney FC 0 at half time. And we look like we've got the second substitution of the evening for Marconi coming on at the halftime break. It's Damien Tsakenis or James Andrew. We have play underway here at Bosley Park. Of course, James Andrew, he picked up an eagle in that first half. Was a little under the weather. As a few of the players have been from that trip midweek down to Hobart, carrying a bit of a virus. Peter Pelikanos, another one of those players. Hello to John and the family listening in, as they always do to the Marconi calls. Also big fans of the NPL New South Wales Men's One competition. Good to have you on board. Gibbs. Still Joey Gibbs. Ball won by Giorgio Speranza. And it's Malia now for Tsakenis. Can't get that first touch under control. Versi to Lewis. Marconi pressing a little higher to start this second half than they did in the first. Lewis now. Gibbs, nice first touch. Free kick. Given against Nathan Milgate there. Has been a good battle tonight between the two. Free kick taken quickly. Jennings. The ball in, looking for Gibbs. Milgate with the header. Lewis. And possession given away now. And it's Brandon Vella finding Malia. Tsakenis streaming in behind. Sparakis getting there first for Blacktown City. Prendergast looks to release it. Goes along the ground. Tackle from behind. Play on is the call. Tsakenis. Malia. Referee just tells Joey Gibbs to watch his tackles. Almost went wrong for him there. Had good control of this contest. Nick Waldron, the New Zealander, officiating this one tonight. Across the ditch, as they say. Good to have him on board for some NPL New South Wales action. Rio gives it away. As soon as I say that, so too Tsakenis for Marconi. The referee gives another yellow there to Marconi. Malia. Rio under pressure. Kennis. Askew taken down, free kick just inside the Blacktown City half. Free kick taken, ball forward. Beats Askew. Ken Cross lets it run. There's Vikic. Just goes to change sides. Speaking of Nenad Vekic, if any of you out there looking for a new car, he's got his 2015 Mazda CX-3 for sale. Drop us a line. We'll see if we can hook you up. One car only. Owner. Drives well, like brand new. Just as both these sides have been travelling in recent weeks like brand new. The fabulous runs that they've had. Marconi in the league, the FFA Cup as well as the Waratah Cup. Blacktown City through the league. Their one game loss in their last 11. Plenty of confidence, especially after defeating Wollongong last week. Berry tries to slide it in behind. Villa does well. Evans under pressure. Loses out. Good work there from Jennings. Askew can't keep it in. Ball behind by Berry. Hoping to see this one open up a little more in the second half. Now draw 3 now leading Hakol Senior City East 0, so both games tonight 3-0 leads to Mount Jordan, also Southern Sharks. Mount Jordan, of course, hoping for results to go their way if they are to play finals football, but all they can do is win. At the moment, 3-0 up with over half an hour to play against Hakol Senior City East, so in the form that they're in, be a brave man not to expect the fourth, but it's given away now to Damien Sekenis, and he tries his luck, but straight at Prendergast. He went for power over. Accuracy there, may have well tried for the chip. Went for the power. Straight at Prendergast. Cries of handball. Play on, but ball won by Marconi anyway now through Jesic. Can send Speranza forward. Giorgio. Sparakis there first. There's Prendergast. To get it high and wide for Askew. Campbell. Of course, Campbell, the Blacktown City 20s Player of the Year last year. What a season he's had. Given an opportunity by Mark Crittenden. Certainly hasn't let anyone down since he's come into the lineup. Ruyo. Tough challenge there by Tsakenis. Referee says cools it. As Sparakis and Lynch go forward for this one. The delivery by Berry into the 18-yard box, looking for Lynch, far post. Headed down. And cleared away by Connor Evans for Marconi. Such has been the tightness of this contest tonight. May well be a set piece that ultimately sets the winner apart from the loser in this one. Of course, only the one goal back in round 10 where Blacktown City defeated Marconi 1-0, and this one poised just as tight as that one was. Speranza down the line for Vela. Overcooking that one. Roberto Speranza. Of course, with the injury to Martin Fernandez, we've seen Vela move forward. Such is the versatility of the 2018 Marconi Stallions Player of the Year, but it's Jesic now who can deliver the ball in. The block by Lynch. And across, Idols, Jesic. Once again to take this corner for Marconi. As you see, Millgate and Cancross make their way forward once again. Jesic goes near post. Cleared away. Only as far as Evans. Sean O'Connell just manages to keep it in, but it's to Kennis. Almost gets it through there for Jesic. City's turn to break now, and it's Jennings on his bike. You see another substitution for Marconi. Anthony Frangi coming on, or Mitchell Malia. Of course, Anthony played some minutes in the 20s tonight before coming off to get onto the bench for Peter Tsakenis. So some fresh legs up top. Another good opportunity for Anthony in this one. Lynch for Lewis. Versi tumbles over, taken away by Roberto Speranza. Again, that final delivery, that pass, not finding the target for Marconi. Rio now. Gibbs, first touch, gets it down. Askew. Still jinking his way. Lachlan Campbell does well, keeps it in for Spirakis. Lynch can advance into Marconi territory now. Tries to thread it down the line for Lewis. Cut out by Roberto Speranza. Evans under pressure from Jennings, does well. And cross with the ball forward. Lynch. Has been a cagey affair tonight. This one out at Bosley Park. Again, the long ball forward will. Both sides not able to hold on to possession for too long and conjure up something. Instead, looking to go Route 1 style with that long ball forward. Again, we see another cheap possession handed over. This time from Marconi. We certainly know that players out there are playing for all 3 points, but the urgency is just not what we probably expected coming into this contest. But a big 3 points up for grabs, so at times neither side really overcommitting themselves moving forward in numbers. Don't want to get caught out in a quick transitional play. Speaking of which, Gibbs now. Askew. Blocked there by Speranza. Campbell onto his left. Far post ball in. Beats everyone, including Leroy Jennings at the far post for Blacktown. We see another substitution this time for Blacktown City coming off. It's Lachlan Campbell. And in his replacement will be Rhett De Silva.
Substitution for Blacktown City, number 12, Lachlan Campbell, replaced by number 13, Rhett De Silva.
Speranza. Jesic tries to get past Askew. Guess he's not happy there. Bit of gamesmanship once again. Pushing and shoving. Referee steps in. We saw from that play there, Dakota Askew's looks like he's dropped back into that right back position. Rhett De Silva into the midfield role. We'll see when Blacktown City have the ball in possession. How their formation has changed with that substitution. Campbell off for De Silva. But it's Marconi with the ball now. 15 minutes gone in the second half on the hour mark here at Bosley Park. Still no score. Jesic sends it in towards the mixer. A wonky looking free kick that was. Speranza for Millgate. First time ball in. Infringement on the far side on Nathan Millgate. So this time Marko Jesic will stride across to the far side. Perfect opportunity from this vantage point for Marconi to open the scoring. Peter Tsakenis will be hoping for a good delivery here from his skipper. Again, the referee has to step in. Like a UFC match at times out there. The ball into the mixer, looking for the header. Cleared away by City. Tsakenis back inside. Falls nicely for Frangie, and he slips at the final offing. Well, Anthony Frangie there, the head down by O'Connell it was. Just as he was about to fire on goal, Anthony Frangie. Great opportunity for Marconi, goes begging. Again, progress scores from around the grounds at Lambert Park. Terry Palapanis' men certainly back into winning action tonight after a run of outs. They're leading Sydney FC 4-0. And at Popondetto, it's still 3-0 to the Rangers over Hakoah Sydney City East. Of course, Hakoah relegated for season 2020 to the NPL 2 men's competition. Unfortunately for them, season that's winding down rather slowly. Vekic. This time, the delivery in once again. Dealt with by Lynch. Millgate, the head down. Handball are the cries. Play on, says the referee. Well, almost as one. Marconi went up there claiming a handball. Wasn't to be. Evans. Looking for Frangie. Lewis. Does enough to keep it in down on the far side. Berry. Bursey fighting hard on the far side to win the throw for City. Tsakenis. Turning into a fiery affair, this one. Haruyo. Jennings. Looking for runners, Leroy Jennings. Askew now has De Silva hugging the sideline. Decides against going to him. Prendergast forward. Jennings lets it bounce. Cancross scoops up for Marconi, and it's Evans. Frangie needs to be coming there to the ball, but a nice ball over the top nonetheless. This time for Gibbs. Looks to go down. Assistant referee says he saw nothing. Well, I beg to differ from our vantage point. It certainly looked like Joey Gibbs' shirt was tugged. Tough decision for the visitors. Well, perhaps a lucky break for Marconi there. Have been some good cries moments earlier. Handball up the other end for Marconi. This time it appeared on face value. Blacktown unlucky not to get a penalty. Evans. Frangie can't get there first. Lynch. The block there by Frangie, but falls for Versi. Berry for Arroyo. The no-look pass handed straight back to Marconi. It's to Kennis now. Fighting with Lewis. Taken down. Free kick taken quickly by Marconi. As we see another substitution for Blacktown City. This time it'll be Daniel Arroyo coming off for Manny Gonzalez.
Substitution for Blacktown City, number 8, Daniel Arroyo, replaced by number 11, Manny Gonzalez.
We did touch on it earlier that Manny Gonzalez was the difference between the two in that round 10 clash when Blacktown defeated Marconi 1-0. Perhaps he's the man who can spark some fire off the bench for Mark Crittenden tonight. Cancross. Yes, he's chests it down for O'Connell. Evans, pressure. First time for Vella. Getting there is Askew. But it's Jesic who can run at the defence. The ball in for Tsakenis. Heads it down. It was Anthony Franchi there. He tried to head it down for Giorgio Speranza. Watching for Marconi. Just couldn't find the path of the left back. Cancross. Lynch beats Frangie to it. Berry for Gibbs. Berry. Gonzalez with the header down for Jennings. Again Gonzalez. Nice ball, good vision there for Joey Gibbs. Delightful in behind, but offside Leroy Jennings. Well, a fabulous ball in there it was by Manny Gonzalez. Beautiful touch there from Joey Gibbs, but just offside Leroy Jennings. Wonderful football from Blacktown. Almost leading to the opening goal of the evening. Free kick. Long ball forward, sorry, the goal kick. Yes, he's looking to get a bit of grip on the ball. Only 6 or 7 degrees out here tonight. Feels like 5. So a cold night, southwestern part of Sydney. But a goal for either side will certainly warm this contest up. The ball in. Falls invitingly in the end for Prendergast, who can roll quickly for Versey. Evans just does well to check him there. Head down by Roberto Speranza for Jennings. Gonzalez to the right. Askew. Long ball in. Looking for Versey. The cut back for Berry. But Evans gets there and cleans up for Marconi. Well, some good movement in the last 3 or 4 minutes from Blacktown City in that front third. On and off the ball. Looking to prize open that Marconi defence. Versey. Lewis. Evans gets there first. Versey though. It's a halt to the clearance there by Evans, but Marconi with a throw. Fangi. Villa finds Jesic now. Has Giorgio Speranza in behind. Goes far post looking for Damien Tsakenis. He can't keep it in though, the youngster. Good vision there by Jesic. Needed the touch back from Tsakenis. Just couldn't wrap his foot around it there. As Anthony Frangi loomed for Marconi. Much better from both sides. Because both teams needing to win tonight. Marconi to shore up that final spot. Whilst Blacktown City can keep the pressure on Apia and in fact leapfrog them. As you see the yellow card handed out there to Grant Lynch. And that will be an early shower for the central defender for Blacktown. We did pick that yellow card up in the first half. And referee is giving him that second yellow. So Blacktown for the final 19 minutes here at Marconi Stadium will play with 10. Roles reversed. In that round 10 clash, it was Marconi who played with 10 in that second half. Almost pulling off a result. This time it's Blacktown looking to hang in with 10 men against Marconi. So both times the visitors having a player sent off. Can Marconi make them pay now? Jesic. May well try his luck from there. Marko Jesic. All the usual suspects up in the 18-yard box. Jesic looking for Millgate. The header across. Cries a handball. Well, the official on the far side, Lance Greenshields, had his flag up, but it was for an offside. The advantage allowed to play there by the referee. De Silva, forward. Gibbs. Can't win the ball back, can cross. Once again sends it forward. Will take a big effort from Blacktown now with 10 men. That sending off only moments earlier. Of Grant Lynch. See Matt Lewis has tucked into that central defensive role now alongside Yanis Parakis. Cancross to Marconi to dominate possession. In his final 17 minutes. Evans wins it in the centre of the park. Looks to slide Jesic in behind. Getting there Sparakis across in cover defence. The ball had gone out before the tackle made by the number 4. For the moment, Blacktown survive. course, Marconi having to travel down to Hobart and back during the week. Went down on Tuesday, back on Thursday. Bit of a bug caught by a few players down there. So certainly not at 100%, some of the players out on field tonight, but when they consider what's at stake, giving it their all. Cancross and Gibbs, they're jostling for it. But it's Vekic. You can switch the play now. Looking for Tsakenis. Getting there first. Here's Askew. Long ball forward now for Marko Jesic. De Silva gets there first. Again, Marconi flagged offside. Marginal call, if at all, there by the assistant referee, Lance Greenshields, but being an A-League assistant referee, I'll side with him this time. Evans. Berry wins it for Blacktown City. The ball in, straight at Vekic. 15 minutes to play here at Bosley Park, still 0-0. Marconi up against 10 men though. Grant Lynch sent off moments ago. Reducing the visitors to 10. Can Marconi take advantage of the numbers? Frangie fighting hard. O'Connell's ball down the line, blocked. And again, the ball recycles across to Zach Cancross. O'Connell. Certainly the long ball forward's not the go for Marconi to break this Blacktown defence down. Certainly got their numbers defensively sorted at the moment. Need to create some space in and around the flanks. Open Blacktown up, if anything. Jennings to his skipper. Sparakis finds De Silva. Gonzalez. Jennings. Looks a glide past Frangie, taken down. Free kick just inside, Blacktown City half. Once again, be under no illusions to take this quickly, Blacktown City. Whilst the draw for them tonight won't be ideal, they've certainly got that top 3 spot locked up already. It's just a matter of if they can usurp Apia in these final 2 rounds for that home semi. Whichever way it'll be, it will be against Apia Leichhardt Tigers in a couple of weeks' time. What a mouth-watering fixture that'll be. De Silva now. Sparakis. Long ball forward for Gibbs. Cancross gets there. Ball bounces over Evans, does well. Connor Evans. Vela. Jesic. It's time for Giorgio Speranza. Plenty of movement at the moment from Marconi, just trying to run the legs tied of City. De Silva, Gonzalez. Can't advance past the tackle there of Giorgio Speranza. Gibbs, the turn. One of his favourite moves there, Joey Gibbs. The dragon turn. Does it like the seasoned pro that he is. De Silva. Jennings. Nice triangle played there by City. Well read though by Giorgio Speranza. Milgate launches it forward. Lewis. First to the ball. Berry. Askew. Still going. Dakota Askew. The follow-up shot. And almost so near there for Mason Versey. Well, he's clutching at his head there. He knew how close he was, Mason Versey. Much to the relief of Nenad Vekic. Saw it whistle over the crossbar. We've got us commentating for you tonight for the NPL New South Wales live streams across the YouTube and Facebook channels. Glad to have you on board for yet another Saturday night football clash. Tight contest this has been tonight between the two combatants. Of course, they know each other so well. Blacktown City and Marconi. Jesic. Ball into the mixer. The flick on by Frangie. Falls nicely for Tsakenis, who can keep it in. Has Askew in front of him. Tries to go around him. Taken down. But legally. And City now can break. Or not. A little difficult for them at the moment to get numbers forward. Of course, change in formation with the sending off of Grant Lynch. Just all about keeping that defensive third tight and compressed for coach Mark Crittenden. Frangie, the head down. Looking for Tsakenis. Ball still in the centre of the field now. Foul on Jennings. As we wind up towards the 81st minute of this game. And the way this contest has played out tonight, you will suspect that one goal will win it for either side. Prendergast forward. Evans, unopposed, wins the header. Frangie. Tsakenis. Looking for Vella. Yes, he just puts enough pressure on Prendergast there. Millgate. Foul on Gibbs. The call goes up. How many times, ref? De Silva can run it. Giorgio Speranza. In the end, the ball runs out for a Marconi goal kick. Of course, next week, final round, round 22 of the regular season. And Marconi travel down to 2019 Premiers Wollongong Wolves Win Stadium. 3 p.m. That'll be their clashing. Across at Hakoah Hensley Athletic Field, Blacktown City will be taking on Hakoah Sydney City East in the final round. Before the finals, where both sides look to be playing in 2019. Giorgio Speranza now for Jesic. Shows a little too much of it, but does well. And wins the ball back. Under pressure there from Berry. Vekic, first time clearance. Up towards the halfway line. Bounces over the head of Frangie there. Lewis gets it down for Jennings. The chest, but nicking it away is Connor Evans. Stayed down after that challenge. Perhaps given away, thinking that the referee would call it back for a free kick. Wasted opportunity there as Evans did well to win possession for Marconi. Prendergast goes short to De Silva. Jennings sends it forward looking for Gonzalez. As the skates out, but can cross with all his experience and guile. It's a goal kick for Marconi. Full time at Lambert Park and a resounding victory to Sutherland Sharks. They have defeated Sydney FC by 4-0. And in the 88th minute at Popondetta Park, still Mount Town Rangers 3, leading Hakawa Sydney City East 0. So big victories to both sides tonight. Jennings shows too much of it there to Tsakenis, who wins it for Marconi. It's Damien Tsakenis now. Can run at the defence. Again, looks to get in behind Lewis. Stands up. Wins the ball. Ultimately, the free kick for City. It's Berry now. 5.5 minutes left to play here at Bosley Park. Still no score. Maybe headed for my first 0-0 call of the year. It may have taken 21 rounds to get there. Jesic, the long ball into the box, looking for Frangi. Can turn. Jesic. And cleared into the car park there by Sparakis for City. That one may take a while to get back. A chilly night out here tonight at Bosley Park. Plenty of hardy souls have made their way out to the southwestern part of Sydney to look at this game in person. The penultimate round, round 21. Jesic with the throw. Evans gets it down for Jesic. Millgate. Oh, Nathan Millgate there with the back header about 16 yards out from goal. Never really going to get enough power on it to... Well, it's turned over by Blacktown City and Brandon Villa on offside. Here's the call. Well, just as the music goes up. It's quickly shut down here at Bosley Park. Marconi thought they'd had the lead and perhaps the winner there through Brandon Villa. Plenty of marginal calls tonight made out there by the assistant referees, also the referee. At times been a difficult game. As Blacktown City look to bring on Devontae Clute for the final few moments in this contest. Mason Versey will be the person to make his way off the field. Final 3 minutes plus change to be added here. And Marconi. Is he the spark that's needed off the bench for Blacktown? Approaching full time at Popondetta. Now Town Rangers have added a fourth. So they too look like they will go out 4-0 victors tonight over Hakawa Sydney City East. Certainly will do their goal difference a world of good as they look to find a spot. Will take them up to 27 points, just a -5 goal difference at the moment. Going into tonight's game, we're -9, so a big 4-0 victory there. 3 points behind Sydney United. And just 2 points behind Marconi. Cancross goes short for Jesic. Berry wins it for City. De Silva. Just threaded in behind for Clute. But it's Vela now. Mispirakis. Into the final minute of regulation. Here at Marconi, as we see the fourth official on the far side about to put up his board. Tsakenis. Berry. Gonzalez. De Silva. Milgate reads it well. Rangy's just checking his run up top at the moment. Finds Tsakenis. Just runs away with him that first touch. Another opportunity goes begging for Marconi. Clute. Cancross wins it. And again, the ball swings across to the left for Vela to keep it in. Cuts inside De Silva, taken down. Free kick, Marconi. As we see 5 additional minutes to be added on here at Marconi Stadium. 5 minutes for either side to find a winner. Connor Evans steps up, sends it into the 18-yard box, looking for the header, and the winner there off the bench, it will be Anthony Frangi. Well, a wonderful delivery in by Connor Evans. And into time added on here at Marconi. It's the Stallions who take the lead. Through Anthony Frangi. And that's Anthony Frangi's second of the season. Has had an injury-riddled season as the number 9. But what a time to come off the bench and perhaps take all 3 points for his coach, Peter Tsakenis. Well, we sensed if it was going to come, it may have came from a set piece. Good to see him back doing what he does best, Anthony Frangi. Still 3.5 to play in this one. Can Blacktown force a result? Well, they'll certainly need to attack in these final few moments if they to take a point home to Lily Holmes tonight. Clute over the top, looking for Gibbs. Again, Gibbs and Milgate like two prize fighters going at it. Tyson Holyfield, perhaps. Has been a battle tonight, neither player giving an inch. He's made a good thick of things since being put into the heart of defence. Nathan Milgate has been a right back for a number of years. Of course, when he was at Blacktown and Spartans, played in the centre of defence. As Marko Jesic makes sure of it. O'Connell forward for Frangi. Rides the challenge of Lewis. No advantage there. So the referee will call it back for Marconi. Free kick. This time the urgency not there for the Stallions. They'll certainly play it short and waste some seconds off the clock. Evans looking for the corner. There is Vela. Tagged across by Spadakis. Goes down. Free kick to City. Into the final 2 minutes of time added on here. Marconi Stadium. Anthony Frangi giving Marconi the lead. Delightful header into injury time. Off a Connor Evans free kick. That's all that separates both sides at the moment. A win for Marconi tonight will seal finals football for them in 2019. In a sense, these two sides may come at it once again in the final series. We've got us calling all the action for you tonight across the Football New South Wales channels. Thank you for joining us. Has been a tight tussle. As the clock winds down, it's Marconi leading Blacktown City by a goal to nil. As De Silva fights hard for possession and wins the throw. One last opportunity now for City in this final minute of time added on. De Silva. Berry. Looking for Jennings up top. Overcooking it there. Speranza with the clearance forward. Tsakenis can keep it in. Damien Tsakenis now for Marconi. Runs it into the corner. Want some more amazing skill there from Damien Tsakenis. And he squares it up for Brandon Fowler to make it 2-0. Well, Damien Tsakenis with some of the most opportune skill you'll see all season. Flicks it over the top. Squares it up for Brandon Vella. And this time Brandon Vella won't be denied. And Marconi will take home all 3 points tonight. They lead Blacktown City 2-0. Well, if that piece of skill there from Damien Tsakenis is not shown on the highlights reel this week, I'm not here tonight. Looking to play the clock down. Flicks it over the top. Hugging the goal line. Squares it up. And Brandon Vella made no mistake. He's second of the season. And right on full time, it's Marconi Stallions 2. Defeating Blacktown City 0. Well, a game that came to life. And a time added on. Just as we looked at a little stalemate here, Anthony Frenzy popped up and scored off the free kick of Connor Evans. And then into the final minute of the game. Some brilliance from Damien Tsakenis in the far corner. I'll have to watch that time and time again tonight. Beating the Marconi defenders, the Blacktown City defenders there. Looking up, spotting Brandon Vella charging into the 18-yard box. And Brandon Vella put it away past the outstretched Tristan Prendergast. A big win for Marconi tonight. Defeating Blacktown City by 2-0. At the moment, as it stands, Marconi move up to fourth on the ladder on 32 points. And no matter what happens tomorrow and in the final round next week down in Wollongong, they will finish in the top 5. Only Sydney United can jump past them in the race for finals football. Of course, Sydney United need to get a result tomorrow, and they too will be granted a position in the finals football. But if they aren't to get that result tomorrow, it will come down to the final round of football to find out the makeshift of the top 5. But as it stands, Marconi Stallions go 5 unbeaten on the back of Waratah Cup success. Round 16 FFA Cup they head. And a big win for the home side tonight, exacting revenge on Blacktown City for their 1-0 loss in round 10 earlier this season. Will Gotts calling all the action for you tonight. It's been a pleasure. Game that at times was quite cagey, but in the end, the 10-man Blacktown City outfit couldn't hold on, and Marconi go home winners by 2-0. We'll see you again in round 22, but for now, thank you and good night.